Hello, welcome back to the Old Shot. The subject of today's video is information contained within the Wallace Heaton Blue Book, the Photographic Blue Book. Wallace Heaton were a camera dealer in London. Their main premises were in New Bond Street, and they supplied cameras to, well, they have the royal warrant for the Duke of Edinburgh, Her Majesty the Queen and Her Majesty the Queen Mother. So they were a well-connected camera company, and they supplied many different brands of cameras. So what it's inspired me to do is to look at what the cameras cost then, because they're price list as well as catalogues, and convert that using the Bank of England inflation calculator to see if cameras then were cheaper or more expensive than the rough equivalent of the same cameras today. And first of all, entry level, people's first cameras and what have you. In 1962, this edition is the 62-63 edition, so I'm assuming the prices were current for 62. The Brownie by Kodak, the Brownie 127, was a point and shoot, and it sold in 1962 for £1, 5 shillings and sixpence, and today's equivalent would be £23. Today the entry level camera for most people is on their smartphone, and I had a look at, I don't know a great deal about modern smartphones. I've got a smartphone which is quite a few years old now, but I went and got some prices off the old interweb. An iPhone 15 Pro Max 5G is £1,019 to buy. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra 5G is £922. So let's say a good smartphone with a camera on it will cost around £1,000. Will actually appear in that catalogue, the Blue Book. I also think it's probably my favourite era for viewfinder and rangefinder cameras. But let's have a look at some of these cameras and what they would cost in today's money. The Kodak Retinet 1A is the equivalent today £350. Its big brother, the Retinet 1B, the main difference is it's got slightly faster shutter, and it also has the selenium cell light meter. £500 in today's money. Another made in Germany camera, the Agfa Super Select. This isn't actually the one that's in the 62 catalogue, but its successor, the Super Select LK, would be the equivalent of £714. I'm assuming when this was on sale in 1955 it would have been the equivalent of similar price. And this is where the Japanese come in. The Yashica Campus, which is well specified, was the equivalent of £482. So the German was £700, more than £700. The Yashica campus a bit under £500. And people wonder why the Japanese took over the camera industry. The equivalent of the viewfinders and rangefinders, initially I was thinking of the digital compacts, but they're just about dying off now, being usurped by smartphones. So I'm going to compare them with digital system cameras like mirrorless cameras. And what I found, 3 mirrorless cameras, or representative of the type. Panasonic Lumix G100D, £619. Canon EOS R50 mirrorless, £719. And the Sony A6100 mirrorless, £749. So I think that the viewfinder and rangefinder cameras in the early 60s came in at a lower price point than mirrorless cameras today. Looking at some of the SLR cameras that were available in 1962, the Minolta SR1 SLR was the equivalent of £1,626. The Canon Flex with a 50mm 1.8 lens was £2,376 equivalent, and the Nikon F with a 50mm f2 lens was £2,627. And looking at full frame DSLRs, Pentax K1 £2,299, the Nikon D780 £2,769. So I'd say that good quality SLR cameras in 1962 came in at the same sort of price that full frame DSLR cameras come in today. So they're about the same. What is different? Of course, Leica. The Leica M3 with a Summicron close focusing 50mm lens in 1962 was £3,556, or that's the equivalent today. The M6 Leica, today's M6 Leica rangefinder, £4,850, and that's body only. You have to pay extra for a lens. And if you want to go digital with Leica, the SL2 digital with a 24 to 70mm lens, £7,458. So Leica, as you may have guessed, are ridiculous prices, both now and back then. But still, with a Leica lens, you don't get flare, you get the Leica glow, and that makes people happy. So, armed with this information that I've gleaned from the Wallace Heaton Blue Book, I actually feel a lot happier about the prices I'm paying on eBay for my old cameras. So that's it for now, folks. Happy hunting in the auctions and at the car boot sales. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now. This is Ziggy, and he doesn't know why I'm talking, but he's going to squeak and meow at me.